It means I can type.
In the chat heroes or?
I guess not. Oh, apparently it's fixed. There we go. Hey guys. So we
Hey
said
guys,
all
again.
the important things already, but yep.
Yeah, talking about the party again. As you can see, Dankmeats took Fumi or Gels as a character because that also gives the 5 points for a unique party. If you're the only
As
one.
expected. I think Dank is a fan of Fumi. So yep. That's
Cavalier is
hardly
already
surprised.
finding Zep, a pretty strong spell.
Yeah, we are being told that this is yet another hard seed, so even harder than the wildcard seed. I will say, I expected worse from the wildcard seed. I don't know about you, you were in it, so...
Yeah, me too. I even changed the decision right before the race to switch to 80% party because Creed told us the seed is hard, right here. Maybe these participants also changed their decision. Who knows?
I mean, you didn't watch the race, but I think the 80% party was a good choice, you know? Yep. You lost by points, not by ability to navigate the cave. And, IP farming was a big time detriment. So, yeah, depending on how fast these people can get there, that might also be a factor. And Mike is going with the same party than in the previous run, so he's gonna have to face the same Cell and IP farming again.
Yeah, for the points for taking Zelan or Tier, like Mike is having Zelan. I think in the end, it's 5 points for having a female character at the jelly. And the advantage for female characters is that they can be easier to equip fully to get an additional 3 points. I think other than that...
yeah, I suppose equipment differences, right? There's equipments that only the girls can equip, and then there is equipments that maybe Artie can equip, but also the girls, like Mini Shield comes to mind. If you have more than one character who can equip it, there's just a lot more versatility for the jelly setup, but generally speaking, I guess, yeah.
Oh, I already saw Eagle Rock at Mike's screen.
Oh, wow. From a chest or from a drop?
Not sure, but I saw he fought some eagles, so I guess it's from a fight.
Damn, he got the 1% old sword drop last round, so yeah, he's either ROM hacking or or just really lucky today. The ROM hacking thing is a joke. The ROMs are being supplied by the tourney organizers.
I'm definitely a big fan of fighting eagles early in a marathon run because of the experience and maybe the chance to get the Eagle Rock.
Yeah, 1% isn't something to rely on, but yeah, if you get it, it's great. Yeah, he got in the fight, I hear, so 1% drop. Very nice. That is gonna give him an advantage, because that is a speed boost or agility boost, and yeah, agility is a very important component of these cave runs. We didn't talk about much in the previous commentary, but it does help you outspeed enemies, aka act faster than them. It allows you to escape from them. Yeah, always good. So I do see Colliaris at -1 points here. I'm actually not sure how that can happen, because there is no way he would already lose a Gambit.
I mean, actually, it's public knowledge how he got the minus points. I'm not sure if he allowed to talk about the Gambits the players choose.
I mean, if it's obvious from the points, I'm gonna be honest here, I just don't see it.
Because you can see it in the score sheet.
Oh, I'm not sure. Wait, check. I guess if it's visible there, then we can talk about it.
Yeah, so Cavaliers got minus points because he got a Gambit. And that's he wants to kill the jelly and be the first one to kill the jelly. So we will take we will look at his run and see if he can fulfill his gambit.
But like, still, that doesn't explain to me how he has negative points right now, you know, because I mean, we don't know whether he's going to be the first to kill the jelly or not. Okay,
Yeah, I guess they are subtracted already at the start.
Yeah. Okay. Well, foreshadowing. Interesting. So, yeah, as usual, I'm very curious what the individual strats here are gonna be. Eli already said at the start that the runners come from very different backgrounds. I guess you're gonna have to say something about Calearis yourself, because he's your partner in crime for Jelly Jam. And
yeah,
you would definitely know more about him than I do.
Yeah, sure. He's also speedrunning a long time ago, not very active, but when there's a tournament, I always want to get motivated him to join with me.
Nice.
Not only Jelly Jam, but also Fatal Blowout, so I'm really happy that he's in the finals now.
And Arena too.
Oh yeah.
That one time.
Yeah, that was also like my part to get him motivated. Because other than that, but he had a lot of fun doing that run.
Nice. Yeah, and I mean, he came here from Group 1, where he was one of the people who actually managed to find the Decablade. So, yeah, but despite that, he earned this place. He did get the only jelly kill in the round. And now he's sitting here in the finals. Tank Meats also got the... did he get the only jelly kill in the round? I'm not sure, but he did get the kill. And, yep, very... There actually is an Eagle Rock in the chest. Sorry, I just saw it on Calearis' screen on the top left.
Yeah, Mike also found it. So Mike even got
Nice.
2 Eagle Rocks, which is pretty useful to equip it on the slowest and fastest character to get a higher battle speed, to escape speed.
Yep, exactly. Very good to have 2 agility boosts. Yeah, so Bank Meat's a long-time runner, a very experienced runner. I think he has a very good time on the leaderboard as well. So definitely a force to be reckoned with here. Gyros, in contrast, is a very new runner. I think they started running this year, sometime this year, not even too long ago. Yep. Also managed to win his round, so he definitely earned a spot in this finals. And I'm very curious to see the contrast, right? I was talking about the last round's commentary, how seeing how different runners approach the same force is really interesting, and last round was really interesting. So with an even wider, experience background, I'm sure we're gonna see some really interesting situations here, probably in favor of Jarosi. And yep, you saw everything from Mike in the last round. He managed to win by outscoring Eve and Traffic Talks in the score battle. So, yep. All of them got here by virtue of a jelly kill, which means they should all know how to do it. In the end. The points matter though, so...
Yeah, that's why also the players are trying to open almost every chest in the early, because you can only find there rings and rocks, shields and helmets, because they only drop they are only in chests until floor 9. And one of the point incentives is to fully equip a character, and that's why it's important to try to find all the items in the beginning.
Yep. And I guess in general, you want to open a lot of chests, because if you do not open the chest that someone else opens, then theoretically that's a disadvantage for you, depending on what the item is. If it's a potion, whatever. If it's a Decablade, then that's not going to be good.
We will be watching for the Decablade, who will find it or who will not find it, because then that can decide the race. And also chests like Miracle are also pretty important, because it's a whole point just for a Miracle that has a pretty high chance for being in a chest.
Yep. And of course, it's a nice HP MP restore. So even if you don't use it for points, it's gonna be very nice. But of course,
because of the point structure, you will think about every miracle to use or not to use.
Yeah.
Because usually you just have to decide, yeah, do I have enough miracles? But in this format, you have to decide, is the 1 point really worth to fill up my mana?
Yep. We are using the randomizer seed here for everyone who did not catch in the first round, which means that there are certain special qualities to these races. So all runners will have the same floors, the same chest contents, and the same enemy compositions. Everything else is still random though, like what enemies do, whether items drop and whatnot. But what I'm getting at, there is still a couple of special adjustments that had to be made in order to make the randomizer actually produce 100% accurate floors, which for once is to make spells appear multiple times. If you've been wondering about that, we never explained that. And then of course Iris, Items, and Providence is completely removed. So those were in the original rule set, but instead of that we now get miracles, and personally I think it's a pretty cool incentive. I don't know how you would see it from a runner's perspective that miracles yield points, but yeah.
Yeah, I gotta agree. It's a pretty cool goal, as I mentioned, because you have the decision to use it for mana or healing, or for keeping the point. And yeah, that's a pretty interesting decision throughout the whole run.
Yeah, I mean, the points are all reasonably low, you know, like even if you take the highest points level you can possibly get, it's a gambit for 7 points. So assuming you get that, you can also just find 7 because it's not that easy, you know, and everyone else is gonna find them as well. But miracles make up a huge component of the overall score, I feel. So yeah, serving them and actually using them wisely on this day, is going to be important.
Yeah, looking at red cores, I think I saw at least 3 sets of red cores, so I feel like there are enough red cores for everyone to get at least 1 or 2 to be at a reasonable high level to survive everything at the beginning. And I also saw a stronger at Yero's screen. I'm not sure if everyone found it.
I missed it completely. So
yeah, I feel like the chest was not on the way. That's why only he got it. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, another thing of this version of the randomizer is that stuff sometimes reappears every 16 floors. We'll see. Okay, Jaros and Mike picked up stronger according to the scorekeeping team. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. Again, we have been getting some foreshadowing about this seed also being challenging, and the last commentary we were making guesses at what the challenging thing might be, whether it's enemies, whether it's, you know, hard to get a jelly kill. Of course, not having access to a healing spell is also something that makes runs really hard. So, yep, we'll see whether that's contributing.
And Meat's currently farming a secret fruit for Fumi to get him to the M form, because the wood golems drops them.
Nice. Yeah, we don't see that a lot. We don't see the Mokujinkan a lot as well. Oh, and there is a Deadly Rod for Jaros. I didn't see that before either for anyone else.
Always nice to have a Deadly Rod.
Yeah. There briefly sparked the discussion about the best cave item, and I would say hands down it's the Deadly Rod, because it allows you to go fast, it allows you to deal with enemies. And let's be honest, compared to other RPGs.
Yeah, looking at Deca Blade.
Yeah, true.
Pretty hard decision.
That's fair.
Usually you cannot get a kill without a Deca Blade, but usually there is a possibility, but yeah, if you want to go fast.
Yeah. mean, I don't know. There is a possibility that a seed would have an abundance of all sorts of myth blades, and then kill without a Deca Blade becomes very possible. That said, of course, Deca Blade for most runs is gonna be the item to look for. But yeah, Deca Blade almost useless in the cave itself, very useful to jelly the Deadly Rod. It's more or less the other way around. If you have a Curse Lifter, it's also useful at the jelly, but you mostly want the Deadly Rod for the 98 force or the boss. And now healing spells are coming into discussion. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that being said, Stronger is definitely, I don't think, anyone's favorite for healing spells. That's arguably the worst. Better than nothing, though. Otherwise, a couple of early floors here, a couple of forced encounters, however, you know, nothing to fret at. No dangerous, oh, not a lot of dangerous enemies on these floors. None that aren't easily avoided. We're still hunting cores. No dangers so far to be found. You wanna, Trev, do you wanna reveal your strats for going into this year's Fatal Blowout rule set?
Yeah, of course. I felt like I did a round by round decision what party I should take. I actually wanted to take one female in the wildcard and finals, but yeah, when Greek exposed that the seeds are harder than usual, I switched to 80%. Other than that, I tried to open a lot of chests to find the Deca Blade, to farm a lot of fruits and blue chest items, and only the ones that have a higher drop chance, so at least 5%. But yeah, other than that, I just try to get the jelly kill.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense. The blue chest drop and fruit drop farming was very obvious from watching a run, and you were quite successful at it too. You were pretty lucky with those. So...
And I'm also not sure about Gambit, because they only give you around 5 points, and for that 5 points you have to change your playstyle. Like if you want to reach a certain floor really fast, then you want to skip some chests where a Deca Blade could be, so that's why I do not want to take that one. And feeding, you have to be really good at feeding. Then that could be a good choice. But yeah, so the Gambit, that's why I didn't took any Gambit in the wildcard.
Yeah, no, I think that's a sensible decision. I think you took a Gambit in the first round, right, and got burned. So
yeah.
Oh, there's Deca Blade.
Oh,
nice. I think he's the first one to find it. First one to do that Deca Blade victory dance.
Yeah. Now the big question is it on the way or is it hidden somewhere?
Yeah. It doesn't look like it's necessarily on the way, but Mike also just found it. I don't know where anyone else is in relation to that. But let's just hope that everyone's gonna find it either here or later. Oh yeah, we should probably say this is not the same seat that we've seen before. This is a completely new seat that no one but Creekspire, who created it, knows what it's about. What's in it. And the Deca Blade emote in chat.
Avlar is currently fighting the Sand Golems for the... What is it, the Earth Fruit drop?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Earth Fruit.
Yep. Also, pretty good drop chance, I think. Just
yeah, it's
not a pretty good enemy to take it from.
The Sand Golems can be dangerous, but I feel like if you have a water spell or an ice spell, you can easily kill them with RT.
Yeah, they're just kind of annoying. I feel, you know, they're not necessarily the enemy you want to fight, but yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. And he
Yeah, for
apparently
the
did
single
manage
fruit
to
point.
Yeah, for 1 point. Of course, if you if you take so much damage in any fight for 1 point that you have to use a miracle up to restore yourself, then it's been a bad gamble, especially if you didn't get the drop.
Okay, Cavalaris equipped his real deadly sword. I feel like he
Interesting.
didn't found the deadly rod because it's a pretty early decision to equip a deadly sword.
Yeah, it's really early. I famously do not condone equipping the deadly swords without curse lifters.
Yeah.
All back on. Especially not this early. Was it a mistake, perhaps? Did he use stronger
No,
or something?
he checked it if it's the real if it was the real deadly sword, and then he equipped it. So
okay, interesting. So
it was his decision.
Yeah, gamble then on there being curse lifters there or curse lifters not being required. Interesting. A bold choice. Might pay off for him, honestly. I mean, you know, a couple deadlies for those who use it. I mean, he doesn't have a deadly rod apparently, but you know, assuming he might still pick one up. Oh man, see, this is what I mean. There's a lot of HP being lost to these Sandgorms here. They could play now for Jaros as well. And Kaliaris, hey, he does outspeed the Sandgorm. All good. But that was quite a costly fight here, and he did not get the fruit. He got Commentator's Curse, I suppose. Blame RC. Yep, so that also might have been an incentive to equip the Deadly Sword here, trying to farm these enemies, trying to kill them off quickly. Maybe he got debated into it.
Now looking at Mike, he probably wants to feed on Form 2.
That looks like a very early feed.
Even if it's not his choice of Gambit. Form 2. But I feel like it's always useful in a marathon to feed your capsule monster to a higher level, because they can tank some more hits or do a little bit more of damage.
And of course, you don't know what gambits other people took.
Actually, it's known what Mike. Again, looking at the sheet. Cannot look away
It's
anymore.
not in the public, so I don't know what score sheet you're looking at, but I try to check it as well. But it's not in the public score sheet, so. I don't know. At least you would have to look for it. Let's put it that way. Yep. But you could still, assuming he doesn't know what other people's gambits are, because he's not supposed to know, then feeding to 2 means no one else can actually get those points and will actually lose those points. So, yeah. And of course, you know, you're never going wrong with a stronger capsule. There's a Rodley Rod.
There could be also his decision to feed an early Form 2 is to, if anyone in the race has the Gambit to capsule monster on Form 2, then he can destroy the Gambit.
Yeah, that's what I meant exactly. So they would actually lose those points. Yep, instead of get them.
So I'm even if it's not his Gambit,
yeah,
it could be useful to feed fast to Form 2.
I'm surprised in general how much capsule action there is in this tournament. I feel that's a bit out of the ordinary. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah.
What do you mean
there
with
is-
action?
So pretty much every runner has a Form 4 or Form 5 capsule at the end of the round. And I'm not seeing, like, of course there are some point incentives, but honestly, not that much for every runner to invest all the time and items into it, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with Form 4, because it just makes more damage output for you.
Yeah.
Other than that, you get 5 points for having an M form when you kill the jelly,
Yeah.
which is pretty decent.
Yeah, and otherwise, it's gambits.
Yeah.
So maybe no one actually is taking any capsule gambits, but everyone's trying to lock other people out of them. Of course, is a possibility. But yeah, I feel we've seen more tournaments in the past where people just, disregarded the jelly, the capsule monster completely. And we gotta see. So points-wise, it's very equal right now. But that, of course, is partly because all the extra points that you can see in the rules sheet are being distributed only after the jelly fight, where, as we've seen in the wildcard race, can very wildly change the outcome.
Mike fighting the lions. I bet it's because of the lion fang drop, because of the extra agility.
Yeah, he's not happy with his 2 eagle rocks then.
I mean,
there's a red saber.
yeah, the experience cannot be the choice, the reason, because the blue cores are coming up in a few floors. Maybe he's scared of some blue mimics on the way.
Yep, and now there's also the Deca Blade for Dank.
Oh yeah, nice.
Which
so
makes...
Deca Blade.
Yeah. Does Mike have a Deca Blade? I did not see it.
Yeah, I think I saw it.
Okay. Always so hard keeping up with everyone. Nice. So that's good. Always a big RNG, or it might as well be RNG factor. If you don't open the right chest and you don't get that Deca Blade and everyone else does, then yep.
Yeah, for sure, because you cannot open every chest.
Yeah.
In a single run in 2 hours.
But as long as all of them get it, right, then it's perfectly fine. Mike just got strong, which is also nice, and sitting at course here. Oliar is almost being happy about not having to fight any blue mimics, it seems. He just likes dancing.
And also Cavalier is finding the healing spell. Pretty important, because he missed the earlier stronger.
Oh, right. Yeah. You got the better one now, so...
Yeah, now I'm not sure about Dank meets if he got a healing spell. Other than that,
we'll see. It's definitely, resources are more scarce than in the wildcard round so far. I feel that the wildcard round was very safe very early on.
Yeah, there was
at least Dank has a stone plate. I hope we don't have to see IP healing in these rounds. Unless it's by choice to conserve miracles.
I think I didn't saw any blue cores, or was it like one set of blue cores?
There were a few that I saw anyway. They got killed, so they were blue cores, but maybe not a lot of them. But in any case, green cores are coming up, so...
Yeah, but in between there are the assassins and the Garbos. They probably want to farm, because a cancer drop does not only give 1 point like almost every other drop, but gives even 4 points. So it's pretty important, and that's another option for the jelly.
Yeah, Cancer, Adora, and Gorgon are great sources for points. So I can definitely see all of them trying to farm those enemies.
Yeah, that time investment is definitely worth it.
Yep. The recently updated drop rates do not exactly help the fact. Yeah, they're looking at like 7.5% for all these drops here, which... Otherwise, it seems like everyone's roughly doing the same stuff, you know, it's roughly on the same floors. Everyone's doing their farming strats, you know, trying to kill the enemies they want, meaning they don't need to conserve additional resources. They feel comfortable about their run. And yep, so far, no.
Gyros.
Oh, there's a lot of blue cores now.
Oh yeah, Gyros also finding Dragon. I feel like it's also pretty important to find a lot of different tier 3 spells.
Yep.
Because if you want to fight a lot of different enemies for drops or any other stuff, it's pretty good to have different elemental spells to easily kill them with Maxim and Arti.
Yeah, Dragon is maybe not the best one for that case, but I mean, it's a tier 3 at the end of the day.
Yeah, the water elemental is not the best one to fight enemies because not many enemies are weak to water.
I was saying earlier, I think it's like 2, but I'm not even sure.
I think one of them is the Wind Genie.
And then I think the Brokion, the other one. That's it, maybe? Oh yeah. Strong for Jaros now. No revive spells though, so... Oh no, I did see spell sorting for Jaros, that's interesting. That I have not seen since a certain streamer stopped streaming the cave.
Oh, Mike. He's not reviving Zelan. She's dead for a very long time, but I mean, as long as he doesn't want to fight any enemies, party members can be dead. To not waste any resources, because every miracle
resources.
There we see the first assassin.
It's really interesting movement pattern. Very broken. I would say we analyzed them to death.
Against Deca.
Against Darby then. Oh, okay, I missed that one. Yeah. I only saw the one against Darby, who of course is immune to instant death.
Yeah, but Deca sadly is not immune.
Yeah.
At least we got Zep, which is a pretty strong spell, and in addition, assassins are weak to that.
Yep. No barge run.
Hilarious fighting the Garbos. Not sure if he got the drop.
I mean, if this seed is as old sword heavy as the last one, then players should definitely hunt down those cancers. Garbos.
Oh yeah.
Mike is certainly trying to do it. And I'm assuming Mike will revive Selen once he gets the green cores. Because, yeah, until then, I would say she's not overly useful, but once she gets some agility, which you do get by leveling her up, then it can be quite the asset. And so there is going to be a lot of Garbos farming here in the near future, as long as they will find Garbos. I'm pretty sure they're going to attempt it. Again, in So basically, in the first half, you're trying to get, some experience together, open some chests, see where you are, and then the second half, the first half ends at like 460, and then the second half, trying to get to the Jolly and get as much points as you possibly can from somewhere. Yep, make up some time, complete your Jolly setup. I would say, I guess you can open miracles from chests, but otherwise there's not a lot of incentive to open chests once you have your Jelly setup completed. Unless I'm missing something.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Other than finding a better spell or a stronger weapon to get a higher percentage Jelly kill, but yeah, other than that, it's just a miracle. Or maybe a magic fruit. Get the fruit.
Oh, right, yeah.
But I think there was already magic fruit. I saw somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw it for Mike, I think. Earlier. So, yeah, there is only points for finishing faster up to 30 minutes left on the timer, meaning for every 3 minutes you finish early, you do get 1 point, up to a max of 10 points, meaning you still have 1.5 hours, which you do not have to rush. And if you finish at like below the 130 mark or below the 1 hour mark, doesn't make a difference. Yeah, they can still take their time, farm all the enemies, open all the chests they want, pretty much, within reason. And yep. So there will be a couple of miracles and perhaps magic fruits. Open. I guess the Jelly Kill is really important in this one because it deals 50 points, which is way more than anything else in here. So yeah, if you do get that, then you're gonna be happy. And if you don't get it, and you didn't get it because you rushed through the cave and didn't, raise your experience level, get the right items and whatnot, you're gonna be pretty salty about that one, and it's all gonna be your fault. So these people are probably gonna do their best to complete their setup and not run too much for time.
Yeah, getting the Jelly Kill in this tournament is almost mandatory to get first place, especially in the finals.
Yeah.
So you have to keep that in mind, that you of course have to get at least a Jelly Kill, then as many points as possible.
Unless no one gets a Jelly Kill, which, according to the seed creator for today's Rando seed, is possible.
True, that also depends on the difficulty of the seed.
Yeah. But yeah, everyone's got to go through the same stuff, so with different equipment. So I guess I haven't seen a second Deadly Rod. And Collier's probably still does not have one.
Yeah, only an equipped Deadly Sword. Giro's also coming up to the Tango room. We saw already at Mike and Cavaliaris.
Yeah, so again, if you have experience, probably not the most threatening enemy, but still, you're looking at up to 2 encounters there, or more if you misplay it. So, yep.
or only one if you're a bit lucky.
Yeah.
It's also possible.
0 is not possible, I guess. Not in this hallway, anyway.
If you're really, really lucky, I think 0 is also possible.
Really?
If he's on the step count where he moves twice, and you move right, and he moves 2 times left.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But yeah, that's so rare. You better farm your miracles.
That's true. Still, I didn't think of that, actually. Wow. Why isn't that the strat? I'm a gambler, I would gamble on that every single time.
Yeah, I guess next time you can go for that.
Yeah, I will. New movement strats for me. Not the first time. I recently came across that theory I did with taking a gambling encounter against dragons in the hallway instead of waiting to get the 100% back attack. That's interesting. But I guess, yeah, I'm not sure you can go into great lengths at this point. And it's always good to talk strats with, you know, Trav and all the other people interested in it. It's always good things come from that. Which probably is a good point to say that you can join the AC community and join us if that's something interesting to you. Because, yeah, the cave speedrun obviously benefits from movement strategies, but also playing it casually or whatever, or just playing the story mode and not relying on arrows or the hookshot or whatever to stun every enemy makes it a pretty cool mechanic. So there seem to be a lot of cores in this seed, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, sounds about right. They really have to be ready for the potential ninja encounters.
Yeah.
Not sure if there will be ninjas. Last round I was prepared to get some ninjas. I was also disappointed.
Yeah, like you flew by those floors, I didn't even see what was there. As I suspected, Selin being revived just in time for green cores, but the green core ran. No dice. Gotta be the next encounter.
Now Mike's coming up to the floor 44. One of the dangerous enemies in the run.
Yep, Ninja do appear from 44 to 46. So that's when they gotta have their guard up. It's one of the movement patterns where enemies move twice as fast as you do. So if you just run into a room and, you know, don't expect a ninja to be there, they can quickly catch up with you, and you're not gonna get away with them, not without taking a ton of encounters.
Looks like Mike's gonna fight some Rinse Lizards because they're on the way, and they're pretty useful to fight because of the Twist Jewel.
Yep. He already has those Eagle Rocks, but no reason not to upgrade.
And get an additional point.
And get an additional point, that's right. Oh, and there is no Twist Jewel, but there is a Curse Lifter for
Yeah,
Gyros.
there's a Curse Lifter. Did we
So
miss
that's
the Curse
really
Lifter
interesting.
at Mike and Cavaliaris because I did saw any Curse Lifter there?
Me neither. It was on floor 40 I just saw. So, yeah. Bank still has a chance to get there. Find it. I'm not sure whether Mike picked it up. I didn't see it either. And I don't think Colliers is on floor 40 yet. Correct? I'm not sure.
I think he's at floor ninja floors. It's like 45.
Okay. Okay, then...
Or
Well,
44.
hopefully he picked it up. We will see. He's the one that needs it though, because he has the deadly sword equipped.
Yeah.
I doubt anyone else will equip that.
Yeah, I also don't think that he got the Curse Lifter. He's... I feel like he's skipping more chests than the other players.
Mm-hmm.
As we know that he
Yeah.
wants to get to the jelly fast.
Nothing inherently bad with that, as long as you can pick up everything you need on the way.
Yep.
Which is a gamble in that case. But it might work out. 3 damage.
Looks like there is no forced ninja encounter.
Mm-hmm. Good news. So, I mean, jelly setup wise, I've seen a couple of things. I think, you know, I think we've already seen a combined jelly kill here. There is Zap, there's an Uncursed Deadly Sword, Deca Blade. Yeah, so players can make things work. I guess we haven't seen a revive spell, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, only strong and stronger.
Yeah.
As far as I know. Yeah, Eve talking about Truff sounds disappointed with the lack of ninjas. I mean, when Creek says that the seed is hard, then I'm thinking like there are a lot of ninjas on the way, or there are a lot of archfiends on the way.
Yeah, and I mean, since we're past ninja, that only leaves one option, right?
Yeah. But that's just my opinion, not Creek's.
Yeah. I mean, there is a couple ways that hard seeds could be, or could look. Like we could look at
Yeah, also like the
annoying teleport treasure room in the 50s or something.
Yeah, a lot of teleporters, like in the treasure room or a dragon con, you have to get past through. Yeah.
Yeah. Hallways, horizontal hallways. Always a classic.
Mike really wants to find a twist jewel, and I can understand him.
Yep.
It's a pretty
Colliers
good
as
item.
well. Colliers got the lucky pass past a Prince Lizard and still decided to encounter it, so that's the telltale sign that he really wants a twist jewel. And there certainly seems to be no shortage of Prince Lizards. So, yep.
Always good that the decision is on the player's choice to farm all the Prince Lizards or save some time.
Yep. I mean, in case anyone didn't get any experience, which I don't think is true for anyone, but I have to double check that. Prince Lizards, of course, are also rather easy enemies to kill that aren't really all that dangerous. Because whenever they cast Blizzard, which they are doing now, they're dealing almost no damage. So, yep. But still, everyone's at, I would say, pretty much the exact floor. I don't think runners are more than 10 floors apart from each other.
Yep.
So everyone moving through here at a very steady pace. We are looking at 1 hour and 11 minutes left and some change. So I don't know. I'm almost feeling like they're going a bit slower than I would expect. I want to say.
I feel like for Fatal Blowout, if you have to open a lot of chests, it's a decent pace.
Yeah.
And the good part is that if you find the Decker Blade, where the chance is higher on the early floors. Oh, and there's Lizard Blow.
Oh, Lizard Blow, interesting.
And what I want to finish is all of the runners already have the Decker Blades, so they can rush a bit more in the later stage of the Ancient Cave.
Yep.
So they can save a lot of time later on.
Yep.
So yeah, there's
definitely.
the Lizard Blow. It's almost... They are ready for the Jelly. Except Cavaliaris because he's blocked with the Deadly Sword.
Yeah. Which again, if he finds an Cursor, actually becomes really good.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not even sure if anyone else has a Deadly Sword. I'm assuming at least one other person probably picked it up, but...
Yeah, but I guess not equipped. But looking at the de-randomizer, isn't it like if you find one Curse Lifter, there's like a higher chance to find another one?
Yeah, I suppose that's kind of sort of true for every item. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but like I recently did some debugging of the de-randomizer with some help of someone you probably know. And yeah, I figured out why the problems in the current version exist. So, there is going to be an update on that in the near future. Unfortunately, not in time for this tournament, but yep.
Nice to hear. And there's a deadly rod from Mike, so there is another deadly rod in the cave. Und a Viola. Nice.
It's good news technically for Kaliaris. However, I think Kaliaris has already passed that floor, and I don't know if he's.
Yeah, and currently he got some other problems.
Yeah. Should. He'll be fine. Yeah, ice stream is fine.
Yeah, but Kaliaris, Maxim is sleeping, so.
Not
is it
anymore.
enough damage? Oh, that can be dangerous now if Artie's not. He's using Gale because it's the weakness of the Hydoras, but usually you're better with an T3 spell. Oh, this could be... Guy could survive it.
Kill some people. As long as the guy kills it.
Wow, that was
so
close.
He's alive. That was really close. As you said, yeah, the weakness makes for, you know, double spell power, but a tier 3 spell will still deal magnitudes more damage. So, as long as they're not resistant to it, that would have been a better choice.
Yeah, and as I remember, I think they have Thunder, so Thunder would have done more damage.
Yeah, I think they have Zap as well, so...
Oh yeah, true. I forgot about Zap.
That, of course, is the even better option.
Mike trying to get his third form of Darby, which is also pretty useful in the cave because he can use Destroy. Not Destroy, Destruction.
Destruction.
I'm a big fan of having Darby 3 in the cave or Sully 2.
Yep. Very useful for the, you know, once in the blue moon instant death. But for Darby, it's actually pretty common. Sully 2 is a bit more gambly.
Oh, Dankmeats has a Encounter of Ninjas.
I didn't see that for anyone else, so I guess it's just a fork in the road thing where people took different paths and...
Yeah, it was probably because he didn't wait for the ninja to appear and went into the room. I know that feeling if you want to go fast and then encounter ninja. That's why I died last week.
It's very, you know, unintuitive in a speedrun or in a tournament to...
Yeah, if the room is big enough,
in the door.
If the room is big enough, you can move like 5 steps and do not see any ninja and think the room is clear.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting decision by Dankmeat that he do not want to fight him, but he wants to get to the door. He's escaping a few times.
Yeah, you can get away with them, but you're gonna have to take a bunch of encounters. And of course, you can always get like either a regular encounter or a 50-50. But
it's definitely the safer choice. If he has enough resources to compensate all the deaths.
Oh, the guillotine. Yeah, so to explain that, it's a safer choice because if you do have the first strike attack, you get an entire round of you doing attacks, ninja not doing anything, which means you have the chance to pick a couple of them off before they deal damage, and then you get a second round where they do get to attack, at which point you hopefully already killed one, and the fight in total becomes a lot more safe. And you can escape probably a couple of times. They're very unlikely to kill you as long as you just immediately run away and have healing in the backhand. Yep, but I guess he didn't even have to kill them, which is even better. Some more feeding for Jarrus there now. We're also going to see Darby 3 for him. Same benefits for the instant death. Boomy, I guess, you know, gels that Dank is using. It's not a capsule we usually see. However, if he does get to M form, that It actually does have an attack that's like 9 times the attack power, something ridiculous like that. It's a really strong attack. Of course, it's still random whether it uses it, but yeah, that explains why Dank really wanted the secret fruit in the beginning. Because M4 and Fumi, especially with a couple of extra points attached to it, is a pretty cool choice for the jelly fight. In the cave itself, not as much. It is tanky and it doesn't run away as much, so yeah. And Jaros also has Form 3 capsule.
Mike luring the genies away. With enough bushes, it's usually safe to lure them behind the bush.
Yeah. And Kalieris looking to kill more Hidoras.
It looks like Maxim missed his deadly sword, which can be dangerous again.
Yeah, that is a very dangerous encounter here. Again, it shows a Gale. Oh, it is enough to kill it, so that's fine.
That's also why a deadly rod is better on Artie than a deadly sword on Maxim. Usually Artie's faster than the enemy on Maxim.
And now, oh man, the deadly hits! But it killed Artie. Oh no. Now this is pretty terrible. He doesn't, he doesn't get to heal before the Hidora attacks. His only chance is to run.
He escaped. Nice.
Yeah. And once again, it's Guy that saves the day. But damn, that's a backstab from Maxim here. Nice. I mean, not nice, but I'm glad that Kalieris survived. That's what I meant. I'm also glad that we do see this showcase, and it hopefully didn't hurt him too much. But now, of course, he already killed one Hidora. He now had to escape from the encounter and has to re-enter it. So, one drop chance is effectively wasted.
There's another Deca Blade.
Deca Blade, yeah. So,
but yeah, no one needs it anymore. So.
They all had it. It's good though, you know, for this format. Pretty good to have like multiple chances to get the most important item. There we see another one for Dank.
Yep, I agree with that.
Otherwise, what happens otherwise you can see in Group 1. Although technically there was more than one Deca Blade as well. Only technically though.
But the other one was even more hidden.
Yeah.
In the corner of the treasure room.
Yep.
Shout out to Bamboo for going that. For finding that one.
Yeah, I'm really surprised we saw that at all.
Yeah, because I do not would go into that treasure room.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that's where runner decision comes in, and well, I don't think the Deca Blade should be, you know, the price for that. It's always cool when runners have like different equipments, and then of course with the incentive of having different parties, that becomes pretty interesting. Now Jaros also picked up the Lizard Blow. That one seems to be perfectly on the way, so I'm assuming that everyone's gonna have this weapon. Which is really good because it's one of the best finishers. I would say the best finisher because it has the highest attack power, but there's like Hidora Rock and whatnot. Hades Blade. So again, everyone seems to be pretty much in sync here, you know, like they're a couple of floors apart. But I'm not seeing anything that... I mean, assuming, I'm going with your logic here, Trav, that there's probably going to be another Curse Lifter and Kalieris is not locked into a Deadly Sword, but otherwise I'm not seeing anything that's really speaking for or against any of the runners.
Yeah, they all look pretty safe.
Yeah.
I mean, Dank meets circuit around with some teleporters.
Yeah, he came to the wrong neighborhood. It looks like. Contemplating his options. So, yeah. That's a really interesting situation.
Yeah, thinking hard where to move.
Yeah.
On the slash.
There you go. Chose to fight. Oh, actually, he chose to run away, which is smart.
Mike is thinking about using Darby 3 or 4. I think he does not need Darby 4 because he will go for M form. Because usually you want to use form 4 because there's a chance for him to learn Evil Aura that increases damage output. Because of the incentive to have an M form at the jelly.
Yeah. Yep. To get that, he has to kill white dragons and get the drop. So
yeah, pretty sure
it's not
the
quite
white
there
dragons,
yet.
which also can be pretty dangerous. And I think they only have like a fireball in the seed. Because with the firebird, it's pretty safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Now he got problems with the Hydora, and now he's dead.
That's fine. Even Salon lived through that, so. In the last round, though, Mike, since he ran in the wild card and used the exact same setup of Darby and.
Oh, and Kavlaris also pretty close, and only guy is saving the day again.
Wow! Wow! Yet again. That's the third time and only the third time that we saw, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Because usually Deca is the tankiest character and he survives the last hit or saves your party. So it's pretty rare.
Lucky
guy carry.
Lucky one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He really wants to get the Hydora rock.
Yeah. Which I can understand, you know, it's 6 points.
Yeah,
and
that's
the jelly
a lot.
setup, so. Yeah, whether it's worth dying over is a different story. Probably not. But so far, I mean, it's worked out for him, you know? And the Deadly Sword saves the... And there is the Hydora Rock.
Nice.
So that was very well worth it.
So the commentators always know that there's happened something, but not what.
There. Tank Meats gets a chance here as well. Does not get the rock down.
Gyros decides to fight the two genies. Not genies. They are only Cyclopses. Yeah. If I see these sprites, I only think of genies.
We don't see a lot of Cyclopses either. They're usually not enemies that stay on the screen for more than a second.
Mike also the first one to get a capsule monster to form 4.
Yep, nice. Oh yeah, Chad is mentioning that Gyros is not opening. That's true.
Gyros also got the Hydora rock. Looking at his inventory.
Oh, nice.
Some juicy 6 points.
As you said before, they're technically, you know, counting all these finds together. Players can be concerned to have a kill already. So now with a Hydora rock on top of that, maybe, yeah, he does say, I don't need any more items. I want to get there as fast as possible to get the most time points as possible. And
yep, true. With the capsule monster higher than 1, I feel like it's a pretty safe kill. Max him with the 3x weapon. And guy with the lizard blow or Hydora rock. Then Deca blade and of course trick.
pretty good. All thanks to not having the deadly sword equipped, because then we'd be looking at a very different setup. But Jaros also has the curse lifter, so he even has access to that cursed deadly rod, yeah. Yeah, it's looking good for him. Also, of course, I mean, players have been told that the seed isn't too easy. Of course, maybe you don't only want to go fast to get those extra time points, but you also want to be ready for any challenges that possibly are coming up and that you need a lot more time to solve, perhaps some Dragon Dark Summoner Con, something like that. Doors now from Mike.
Take meets also with the double Cyclops rights. Interesting to see how all the players doing that room.
Sly Fox encounter and I see on Dank meets screen that again I haven't seen on anyone else's so far. They're a very potentially deadly enemy. Oh, I see they're in this room.
Yeah, because he was at the right side of the Fly Foxes. It's easier to encounter them because the main tile is on the left. If you're at the left from these enemies, they usually dodge you, but not if you're at the right.
Jaros and Mike were perfectly in sync just now. I really wonder whether there's still another curse lifter coming up, favoring Kaliaris' gamble here with the deadly sword.
Yeah, that will be a big point for him if there is another curse lifter or not.
Be really
I would even say that decides if you get the kill on, if he has a chance for a kill or not.
With the current setup, perhaps, yeah, we don't know. Maybe he does not have a Cancer Rock, right? So Theodore Rock. We'll see. There is a couple of options, but it's gonna be tough with the deadly sword without a curse lifter. Mike now destroying some white dragons here. And yep, he got them past the threshold where they use stronger 100% of the time, which allows him to easily kill them without taking a single point of damage. And he does not get the fruit, but he doesn't lose anything either. He really wants the fruit though.
Yeah, it's worth 5 points if he gets the jelly kill with the M form, because it's the corresponding root of his capsule monster.
Yep. But I mean, white dragon followers, they're pretty limited. So he has another couple here, but next to a couple of eyes. I don't think anyone else is gonna fight these dragons, you know. And no one else has any incentive to. He locks the eyes away.
Oh, nice threat from Dank meets he used, was it Coma or Drowsy? To get the Hydorian to sleep.
Coma probably, since they do have Coma, and that's the better one to use.
Yeah, it's a pretty high chance to be effective. And only waste some mana instead of like a sleep ball or freeze ball.
Yeah. What floor is the white dragons on, man? I'm gonna I think it's only 64 to 66?
And 68.
Oh, and 68, okay. So 64 to 68, okay.
Yeah. Looks like there are two set of encounters of white dragons because they always appear in a set of 3 floors.
Yep. Yeah, some more time, but drop chance is also, you know, not that great. I'm assuming also 7.5%. Oh, it's actually 12.5%, so there you go. Perfectly worth it. So, not the worst.
Valaris and Zeros in the same room with the Sphinx.
Yep.
Oh, and
Alright,
Darby
that's
with destruction.
Nice.
Also
Short
hitting.
work of it.
Also his other spells from Darby 3 also strong enough, like Terminate, as we saw at Mike.
Oh, it seems that on Dank Meat's quarter of the screen, Red Dragons actually are getting a turn. That is a...
dangerous, yeah. Oh, it was the hallway with the dragon that we saw at Cavalaris and Zeros for a few minutes earlier.
I'm really surprised how everyone is consistently at around the same floors, right? So obviously we are running a D-Rando and everyone's playing on the same seat, but I don't think we've seen any round where players are so consistently grouped in like the same, what feels like 5 floors now even, you know, they even closed in on each other.
Yeah, Dank Meats also not, decides to not open chest anymore. They all are pretty confident to get the kill.
Maybe trying to pick up the pace, which I can see because at floor 66 that Dank just reached and 46 minutes left on the clock. I mean, that should be doable, you know, but it's not exactly comfortable if you keep moving at the same pace that you have been so far. So skipping a couple of chests here or there if you already have a pretty convenient setup, I can definitely get behind that. I'm assuming they're all gonna dedicate some of their leftover time to farming Gorgons in an effort to, you know, support their jelly kill and as well get some points. So yeah.
Yeah, with only having
one. And Colliers gets one.
Oh, nice. From just one Gorgon, but yeah. Sometimes you can also be lucky, Mikhail.
Yeah. Colliers has been a couple of times here. So, yeah. Now he can actually... go ahead.
Yeah, having only one fractional in their setup, the Gorgon Rock is actually useful.
Yeah, especially for him because he has the Deadly Sword equipped, so if worst comes to worst, he can use it on Maxim.
True as well.
It's kind of, you know, it's weird to say this because that's usually what we do with Artie.
Yeah, the problem is Artie cannot really use a good 3x weapon like a finisher because he does not do that much damage.
Yeah.
That's why you usually want to use spells with him.
Yeah, and I mean, I didn't see any mist rapiers or something. But there is a red saber, so only Maxim can equip that.
It will be a pretty interesting.
Find the silver sword. Oh,
oh, there's
instant encounter. Oh, there is a new floor. There's an Archfiend Leech encounter right when they enter that floor. What was that? 74.
All right, I'm pretty interesting to see how that floor looks like.
Man, so RC healing strats. Oh man, and I think that's the end for Colliers.
No.
Yep. Oh man,
GG to Cavaliers.
Ooh. I guess the Deadly Sword question is no longer an issue here for Cavaliers. I'm not sure if he was completely healed even when entering that floor. But oh man, our runners are in for a surprise here. So floor 74 is gonna be a good time not to use RC healing strats. Completely heal your party. I feel like Jaros and Mike are gotta be almost there.
Yeah, I think Mike is on 71. Seeing all the Gorgons.
Yeah, Dank needs as well, I think. Oh man, unfortunate for Cavaliers here. I think it's safe to say that he was not prepared to find an Archfiend and Leech. Yeah. So
was it the forced encounter?
It was a forced encounter, yeah.
Oh,
it happened right when they spawned on the floor.
Okay.
It's not even a regular forced encounter, you get immediately thrown in the battle. And for all I know, it might even be a double encounter. I didn't look that fast, but... Ooh. That's gonna be interesting here.
One floor away from Jaros.
You know, think about it from the perspective of these runners. Their biggest issue is, am I getting a Gorgon Rock or not? Little do they know.
They cannot think what will happen.
Yeah, like you're thinking, okay, I'm running Vetted Seeds, you know, what's the worst that could happen? It's very interesting. But I will say, assuming...
I think there was a Gorgon Rocket, Mike.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Mike now also on 73. I think Dank is not too far behind. Yeah, I will have to say, as long as everyone's fully healed and as long as you don't get unlucky, then it should work out, maybe, you know? So... yeah, I'm definitely hoping that, well, optimally, all three runners will get past it. Dank now also on 73, so also on the one floor before it.
Now pay attention to Jaros. He's entering that room. Oh, wow.
Okay. Yep.
And I think that's not his last encounter in that room.
Yeah, exactly. I just saw it as well, so...
oh, yeah.
Yep. As I said, you might wanna save some time if something like this happens, and Jaros can't believe it. You know? He's just sitting there, looking at the Archfiend and Leech.
That Archfiend?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, usually I'm not a fan of, but in a room like this, it's a possibility.
Yeah. And now Dank is in the same encounter.
Yeah, they're all stunned.
Justifiably stunned. That's a pretty good way to phrase it. Now, RNG is gonna play a big role here because, man. So a lot of people survive for Jaros, and he did not opt to kill them. I did not see what. Oh, and there's the encounter for Mike. So. All the remaining three runners exactly at the same spot. And now, if you look at Jaros' screen, you don't see the stairs here. So you have to decide to go either left or right.
I feel like...
and oh man, okay, right?
That's a hard decision.
Was not necessarily the best decision. Now, Mike, let's see whether he goes left. Because I'd really like to see more of this room. But honestly, I mean, yeah, I would probably have gone to right here as well. You have to find our Archfiend as well, but on the left side there is like a ton of genies.
If I see this room, I feel like before I would have thought that the room ended at the right, which yeah, I'm wrong. But we will not know what at the left side. Just my feeling, but
I mean, The left side only leaves us for the right side only leaves us for guesses until we move, but the left side did not have a shadow, which means that it definitely goes on.
Oh, yeah, so there is more space to the left.
Yeah. We can see that now on Mike's screen. So you can definitely, over the whole height of the room, move to the left. So there's one advantage, but man, I mean, runners here, what got Kalaeris is exactly what we see here, the Archfiend and Leech combo that gets you immediately when you spawn this floor. So, man, they're gonna have their hands full surviving this room.
Mike is in hard position. Circled around with 2 Archfiends. I guess he wants to fight the right Archfiend. Oh, which is not even an Archfiend. Which is pretty lucky.
That's good. Well,
And
the
it
right
looks
side
like-
might as well be the right call here.
It was the right call, yeah.
And it was the right call. I see what you did there. Oh, Jaros is fine. I didn't see where he went. He also went to the right, right?
Yeah, he went to the right.
So it
Not
seems
sure
like
how
that's the right call.
many enemies he killed. Oh wow. 2 more encounters for
And-
Mike. With a potential surprise attack from the genies.
Oh wow! Oh man,
He
that's not
decided
good
to
either.
fight Archfiend. Oh nice, he's faster. And he
Very
should
good
be
that he
safe.
didn't get surprise attacked.
Bankmeat should
And
also
now-
be safe.
And now Mike's hoping. He doesn't know, but he's hoping that the stairs are in this half of the floor. Now he knows. Yep. Nice. So Bankmeat is still fighting here. But I think we can safely say that they all survived floor 74. So these genies, which we'll see a couple of now, they're pretty threatening because they have an AoE attack that has a relatively low chance of being used. Of I think 18, is it 18%, 24%? Either one of the two. And
The genie?
yeah,
Yeah, it's
Like for there.
24%.
yeah. So you don't want that to happen. You especially don't want multiple genies to use their AoE. But as long as they don't do that, everything's perfectly fine. And yeah, I think Dank solved this here really comfortably. He's just strolling through the treasure room. Now, if he has to come back, I think that's the way he approached this room from. If he has to come back, he even has a really good way to tackle that room. Everyone else was kind of going all in on the right side. And it only took him a little bit longer, I would say. A very nice play here. I think there was a good way to solve it. Not that I could say whether it was the best one. I'm switching around. Here, obviously. And we continue with the Gorgon farming. You know, nothing to see here. Floor 74, whatever. Still more Gorgons.
We're happy to have these kind of problems again.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe they feel safe now that okay, that was this was the reason that the
Oh,
seed was hard,
interesting.
and now
Yep.
the seed is easy again.
Yep.
But let's see. Mike deciding to fight the genies. Also using Coma, nice.
Yeah, there's the theory going around that status balls, as in items that give enemies status ailments, have only been put in the cave for the genies, which is true. But of course, you can also use spells. Just don't have a 100% success rate. That's why the balls are so awesome. Genies for everyone now. Man, everyone's still, like, everyone, I think, of the remaining 3 runners, everyone has, I would say, approximately the same equipment, approximately same
Yeah,
floor.
yeah.
You know, the party is vastly different for Mike and the R2.
Also, interesting decision by Yeros. He does not want to kill the genies, but decided to run past them. I would also agree that it's the faster method to get past genies in a hallway like this. Problem is, it's a dangerous. It's a bit dangerous. But yeah, if we want to go fast,
gamble.
it's yeah. I would also take the decision if I wanted to go fast. Because as you saw, he survived 2 ground shocks. 3 would have been enough, but 3 would have also been really unlikely to see.
Yeah, there is some disbelief on why people are taking 50-50s on genies.
Yeah.
It's 2024. Genies are not threatening.
Yeah, I think it's a valid decision.
Yeah, I think so too. The problem is, you're not gonna look very smart if it doesn't work, you know?
Yeah.
Of course.
In a marathon like this, yeah, you can decide if it's a better choice or not. But yeah, you can also go for a fast run. But looking now, this enforced archery encounter, let's see. Oh yeah, the problem is the players have to kill that archfiend.
Oh yeah, I did not see that encounter, but I'm surely gonna see it in just a few minutes. Or even seconds.
There was an archfiend just at the door. There's no way getting around that.
Fortunately, it's an... Oh yeah, I see. Fortunately, it's an archfiend and rogue, not, you know, anything else.
Could have been worse.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen worse in this fair run. So.
Oh, Cruel Storm.
Cruel Storm, that's not what you like to see.
I think Art's the only one with the deadly Nero's party.
Oh, that does not look good for Jarvis. Oh,
but
he
nice
used the miracle creatively.
The end of the year.
But still, I don't know.
Yeah, running away is a valid option.
Yep. Nice. Very nice. He does survive.
Good decision.
Also 1 point as a miracle. But yep. I think it's safe to say that otherwise he would not have survived.
Mike trying to find another way around that archfiend, luring him away from another room, but yeah. Not enough space.
And
putting Deca in the back row and hoping for to survive the enemy. Oh no, Artie missing. Mike's Artie is missing. On that archfiend, that's pretty unlucky.
I'm feeling like Jaro's got to be in a similar situation. Oh no, there's Artie's deadly, and it does kill the archfiend.
No, Hero should be fine.
A single Ice Rogue is perfectly fine to deal with.
Yep.
Oh, another miracle. Which I can see, you know, it worked last time.
Yeah, Mike also using Miracle.
Yep.
Mike may use Fake. Let's see if Artie will be faster. Oh, nice one.
And he is
and
nice.
Missed again.
He missed again, but it was a good idea. Oh man.
Using Fake so that Artie is faster than the archfiend.
As long as no one dies here. Oh man, if Artie would have died, that would have been tragic. So now that Artie outspeeds the Archfiend, it means that Artie can cast Valor no matter what happens. Of course, he casts with Selen, but...
Yeah, but only Artie has the Deadly Rod, so...
The Deadly, of course, yeah. But I'm just saying, if everyone's close to death...
Yeah.
I guess it would have been an option. But yeah.
Nice.
Finally, the Deadly hits.
And now Denkmeats only is left with that encounter.
In the same cards. It's really cool to be able to watch these back to back here. So this should be, assuming we get more gauntlet floors, we can do the side by side analysis here. Don't even need decision point.
You get lucky with the Archfiend actions and the deadly hit.
Yep.
So everyone got
mode.
through that Archfiend encounter.
Yeah, so if you watch the points totals, runners are on very similar floors, meaning their lower points will be about equal. The thing is, the majority of their points comes from whether they'll be able to kill the jelly, and assuming that everyone will be able to kill the jelly, which, you know, I'm hoping for. There's a lot of items in their inventory, and those points will only be added to their points totals once the run concludes. So, yep, basically everyone's game. Technically, we could know who's in the lead right now, but honestly not very feasible to pay attention to that. Oh, there's a fry sword.
Is this like the first war chest item?
Maybe. There's got as well. I mean, everyone's gonna get it because it's right next to the stairs. But, yep. Meanwhile, chat discusses the important questions. Yeah, so fry sword, man. That does make for a really good finisher here.
Yeah, in combination with the
those who
Hydora
got
Rock,
the Hydora Rock. Yep.
they could put the Lizard Blow on maximum, I guess, and ride Hydora guy.
Yeah. Or Anchor's Deadly Sword, you know, that's still an option for those who did pick up the Deadly Sword. It's probably not better though.
Or we could already looking at the IP if they had farmed the IP naturally, but so seeing all the previous floors,
Yeah.
they're probably not full. Yeah, but at least Deca has full IP at Mike. It was pretty hard to farm his IP from 0.
Yep. Yeah, Mike with Seln in the party is gonna have the hardest time farming IP from the get-go. So I wouldn't be surprised if he gets the jelly last, no matter what else happens. Simply due to that fact.
Looks like
But I also didn't see
already,
his levels.
looks like Denkmeats is already thinking about IP, trying to back attack that dragon.
Either that or he tries to farm a gold eye or something. Nice. He does abuse the mechanic I mentioned earlier about enemies being weird when interacting with chests or bushes, and knows he can get a free back attack there. Something that I have not seen otherwise in this entire tournament, I think. I've seen a couple of people miss that opportunity, but...
Oh, that's an interesting dragon encounter if he has get past that copper and silver dragon at Hieros. Because there's a bush in the way. A lot of dragons in the way.
Yet on our right or left choice, it seems, but a way less threatening one than the last one. I guess what's most threatening now is that you only have 24 minutes left, which is a lot of time. So I don't think anyone has to worry. I don't want to make it sound like that, but they do kind of have to pay attention to have enough time left over to actually make it in. And then, of course, you are incentivized to get there faster, because for every 3 minutes under 2 hours you finish, you get an extra points.
It needs waiting for the dragon to go all the way to the top to get safely to the
Or
stairs.
bottom.
because I think it's a pretty dangerous dragon encounter.
Okay.
I
I
don't
didn't see
remember
that he already countered it, so.
Yeah, Eve says silver and gold. Something like that, I also remember. Not something you want to fight.
Okay. Jaros just did the majority of his IP farming, or maybe all of his IP farming. Nope, he's not quite happy with it yet.
Yeah, Guy and Artie are not full.
I don't think they need to be full though.
Yeah, I
should
think-
suffice for everything he has.
I think something like 70% for Guy should be enough. And Artie not even sure what he will do.
Hmm.
Oh, Meats got through the floor. Didn't
Nice.
saw how, but looks like safe enough.
I'm guessing for Jaros, because you said you know what RD is gonna do. I'm guessing that's gonna be an Anchor Steadily rod. It's like the most obvious choice.
Oh
I
yeah.
think.
At least
I don't know
using it
what
2
else he
times,
has.
maybe 3 times if he wants.
Mhm. Yeah, but with the current IP, you could already be using it 2 times.
Still not happy with Guy's IP. Oh, that's a nice Cinder Blaster Dank Meats.
Much needed one. Now for him, I guess he needs a couple more IP. That did not look like was enough.
I wonder at what floor they are.
Mhm.
Could be a bit too early, because the earlier they farm their IP, the more dangerous it is to lose again.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, the later they farm their IP, the less enemies there
Yeah.
are.
Exactly. There's only gold dragons left, then not gonna be a fun farm.
Yep. Oh yeah, now Gyros is seeing that encounter with the silver and gold dragon. Oh, he's trying to... I think he's looking for a smoke ball, which is a good decision. Because with the smoke ball you can safely try to kill at least one dragon.
I'm wondering, when people are watching this, you know, I wonder if people like us who know a lot about the game and, you know, have spent a lot of time looking at it, I notice we switch to full-on, you know, analysis of what the runners are thinking right now, like strats and whatnot. And I think for us, it's a pretty enticing race here, you know, it's really interesting to watch. And then our people are like, dude, it's one dragon, get over it. What are these people doing hanging around these floors? So... yeah.
Oh,
I
Heroes,
think no one's going intentionally slow here.
that will be interesting at Heroes. He's deciding to fight that. And got the dragon. Gold dragon, nice. I think he also used Lizard Blow IP. But I think it's not enough.
There it is.
They got like over 2000 HP.
2,800 or something like that, or 2,600. A lot in any case. He's, you know, he's still fine though, as long as they don't Diamond Dust. Then
Twice.
I don't think there is. Yeah,
Oh,
there we
Artie's
go.
faster, nice.
Yep.
It was definitely the faster choice, but also the more dangerous one. Interesting to see that decision.
Mhm. Yeah, the playstyle does look a lot different from the usual cave races, probably because we are focusing so much on, like, the little details, but there is a lot of little details here that actually do matter, because screwing up with either one of these encounters, you get into one of them and go like, ah, yeah, whatever, I'm gonna take a 50-50 with this dragon I don't know about, and then you're suddenly in a double gold non-surprise attack encounter, and you're not gonna be happy with yourself.
There's so many dragons, they have to wait for getting away from the stairs.
This is interesting. I think Colliers did get done a little bit dirty here, but with the 3 remaining runners here, I think it's a really interesting race. And I'm not sure who's gonna win this based on the points, but we definitely see 3 very interesting performances here in these challenging late floors, which is very, very cool to look at. Very nice.
With so many dragons in the way, maybe double deadly would be the right decision, even without a curse lifter. I'm not sure.
And maybe, I don't even know who has a curse lifter. I think 2 of these players do. Jaros definitely has one, and then I'm not sure which of the other runners, but
also not sure.
It's always the question though, you've came this far without the double deadly. How many dragons are coming up? And there's a lot of dragons coming up.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All day. And I guess they have to fight through all of them almost.
Most of them at the very least, yeah. I guess the thing is, you can trap a couple of them in the corner and go past them. But like, if you do that and you get cornered,
yeah.
I wouldn't bank on it. So at least the first like 2 you have to kill. And again, we're looking at 17 minutes left on the clock. They're not very far away from 99, but they, at the very least, they will have to get into like the jelly fight within the 2 hours. Yeah. I stopped there for a second because I saw Jairus's what appears to be IP farming encounter. That's slightly weird, but for no reason. He's got it.
If you would see what rooms are coming up, then I think.
Yeah.
From IP.
Yeah, I think that's This is
but
not.
You never know what's coming up.
Into IP farming. Yeah, as you say, it's not his fault. You have to IP farm somewhere. He cannot know. Yeah, we're gonna be in this dragon corridor here for a while, so I think we're gonna see some sync here in a very short time.
Does Mike have a second deadly rod?
Yeah, he almost has to, right? I think there were 3 deadly rods in the seat, or something like that.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
Could be a decision to equip both deadly rods with Zidane in the party.
I think that's a better call than equipping a deadly sword. Oh,
Looks
man,
like at least 2 more dragons for Mike.
Yeah. Guess we can measure the progress in dragons now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping this is the last roadblock in this seed, I'm not even sure.
Oh, at least 2 now. At least you can see the stairs.
He has to get lucky here. Oh, nice. He didn't go for it.
Yeah. Oh, I see a diamond.
I was about to say, at least he does get lucky, but...
That's always dangerous to see a diamond dust.
Oh, no. And it's not over. Oh, nice. Okay, he does live.
Oh wow, he tries to get past the dragons, but he does not know how many they are past.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a long corridor at the very least. So.
yeah, he could be
man.
trapped. Now he sees a third dragon and is maybe thinking, oh yeah,
No.
that's the problem now.
He's gotta realize it now. Oh, that vine on the top of the corridor. That is a friend as well. I don't know how many people know.
Be life-saving.
I don't know it's the vine trick, but yeah. It's good to have there.
I feel like
For reasons.
getting through 50-50 from the left dragons is almost the best decision now.
Jaros now 96 as well.
Oh, a double encounter.
Or Dank.
Yeah, for Dank.
Yeah.
One of the encounter could be a back attack from him, but it's only like a 50-50. And the other one is a neutral encounter.
He definitely wants to kill this gold dragon now, no matter what. Technically, he can run from this copper, but you should kill it as well. Yeah, this is actually a great end. You're hopefully not into runners, but
Meets is really risking it, and looks like he's getting rewarded for it. Or maybe looks pretty good for him. 2 coppers are not that dangerous.
Yep. I mean, if the deadly misses, could be.
So yeah, he solved that hallway pretty fast. But yeah, that's always
Mike is still not through here. So Mike also takes a 50-50 against single copper.
Yeah, he's farming IP, I guess.
IP farming. Yeah, he's gotta be like, okay, this has gotta be the last hard floor.
Yeah, that's hard enough for a seed. Cannot be even harder.
Again, 12 minutes left. It's gonna be really hard for Jaros. You could see that the arrow runners took almost like 7+ minutes or something for this floor alone. So yeah, we'll see.
I wonder if it's an even or odd floor.
Oh, Jaros. He's yeah. Not making any friends.
Yeah, what will he do?
I don't know the step count of these dragons, but assuming they would not... Okay, they do not move. Interesting. Again, if I was in this situation, definitely try and kill the gold.
Yeah.
And he manages.
Because he can be trapped from the other side.
Yep.
From that encounter again.
There's like, enemies only move when you move, but you're still on a timer because they will eventually close in on you, and the way these encounters work, in danger of stating something obvious, is that you want to take them in the most advantageous way possible, which means getting 100%, and if that's not possible, getting 50%. And if that's not possible, not getting surprise attacked. So the more cornered you get, the harder it is to get an advantageous position. Dank meets now on floor 98. And Mike's still not out of corridor, so that means Dank is gonna be the first one to reach the jelly, probably. He has full IP. He has gels and a dream.
Oh,
and there's the stairs.
Dank is at the... I will take out the calculator to see how the roads are going.
Yep. Jaros also made it to floor 98. Wow, I did not see what happened there. But he must have blazed through that corridor.
Alright, looking at the setup now. Does he have a curse lifter for RT? Trying to make Decker faster than Guy. Oh, is it a beat tie?
That would work. Because the leftmost character always acts first, so if it's a speed tie, and that works.
Yep. Front row got priority, and the left characters have priority, right?
Yes, exactly.
At first, the front row, front left characters.
Yep.
It's the highest.
I think it's like top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. But basically, character index, if you want. Right, so here's the jelly fight for Dank Meats. And
and the Dank
had
the curse lifter, so we got 2 fractions. Should be a pretty safe kill, I would say. Also casting trick, that's nice.
Yep, he does not run from the jelly either, which is good. Mike's still IP farming, but he also has time. So now that we know what's coming up, yeah, he definitely. I mean, he does know, but there is no reason for him.
Oh, that was a pretty unlucky fatal blow roll, only 6%. That could cost him the kill.
Well, let's hope not. He has a couple of good options here. He was thinking there for a second to maybe use the axe attack. But...
yeah, going for a second deadly devastation. It's a good one. And the second trick, yeah.
Bell's defense.
Like we know it from Sully. That will be pretty close.
That's gonna be close.
Gels need to help them.
I think so too.
Maybe
There's
a crit.
some help. 87 damages of help.
That looks good.
Nice.
GG to Dank.
That's the kill. GG, so that's the first kill. Hopefully the first of 3 kills. We'll see. I don't know what Jaros is doing right now, but I'm assuming since he was ahead of Mike.
Looks like he's thinking pretty hard.
Yeah, maybe he's taking a quick bathroom break, knowing he has 7 minutes left. And I also did not see whether he already did his equips, but here we are. There is a curse lifter for him, as I thought. Jaros calculating, that could also be a possibility. And now Mike is also in the final floor. So again, the points are being calculated right now. Do not trust anything you see until you read or hear from us that the score is final. We will see 2 more jelly battles, and only the final score decides. The tiebreakers who got the jelly kill first.
And we see M form from Mike.
Nice, again. Second time today he managed to do that.
Always nice to see that rare capsule monsters.
Yeah. I incorrectly labeled it as the triangle, as the pyramid dragon before. But this, of course, is the Demon's Crest Dragon. Not to be confused. And there we see Jaros' jelly fight. Hopefully with a bit more of a lucky roll. We earlier determined that Eve actually rolled a 0% fail blow in her run. The wild card.
Let's see what will be the fatal blow from Jaros. Oh, nice little smash.
I will assume that Jaros is gonna roll higher.
62%, so yeah, pretty decent.
Nice. Look pretty average, yeah.
And I think with the help of Darby. Because he does a lot of average damage with jelly.
And Mike now also entering the fight.
Now it will be tough to get all the numbers right in 2 fights.
I can try and help out, but I'm gonna have to try and type quietly. So I'm doing Mike.
Oh, and a crit from
Mike.
Deca Diero, so that should be safe.
That's nice. Yeah, I'm optimistic for the 3 kills then.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad fractionals for Mike here.
Really, that's 4-7.
12.2%, 45.3.
And GG to Yeros.
GG, so that's 2 kills. One more jelly to go. So that's more damage than Gyros had after his second turn. Being very optimistic here with a deadly, with a finisher from Maxim still to come. This should be an easy kill for him to get as well.
Yep, and he also gets 5 extra points for having Darby and M form, which can be crucial when everyone gets the jelly kill.
It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna be sitting here a while and actually look for point souls, and in saying that, I completely lost track of the damage tracker, but yep, GG. That's 3 kills yet again. So man, after this gauntlet of archfiends and a metric ton of dragons, we actually do see 3 jelly kills back to back to back. Very nice here. GG's to everyone. Now the question is, who got the most lucky?
Yeah, GG to everyone. I would also agree that this seed was much harder than the previous.
Yeah.
And all the previous ones.
Hands down.
yeah, of course.
Yep.
I mean, it's the finals. So, not too bad to have a bit harder one. So now showing all the blue chest items or the fruit drops, the miracles. Oh, Mike already got more points than all the other ones.
Yeah, although things are not final yet. I'm assuming because everyone finished at the same time. Scorekeeping wants to make sure that everything is, nothing gets forgotten or glanced over. I wouldn't even be surprised if Dank Meat scores will change. So, yep, again, we're gonna have to be a little patient here to see the final result. I know that attorney organizers are a little jumpy at times and cut the stream early, but I'm not gonna let anyone turn the stream off. But we do have a final result to announce. And an ad, of course. That's the Twitch. For the waiting time for the grand finale. You know how it goes.
Also, do not have to forget Mike's second round today already, which is pretty exhausting.
Yeah.
Because running 2 hours of cave is already hard, but running this 2 times.
Yeah. I mean, I did 2 rounds of commentary and I'm exhausted, so...
Yeah.
I don't even know. I didn't have to fight a single dragon. Yeah, so in any case, I hope everyone who's watching this enjoyed it. I think you got 2 very good races today. So... I hope no one leaves disappointed. Also,
yeah, I just like to jump in and say that this was one of the biggest finales I think I've seen in Fatal Blowout in a number of years. And I was in the last Fatal Blowout, and I think that this one was tighter.
Yep.
This was a heck of a finish.
Suddenly a really loud Eli. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Am I that loud? I'm sorry.
That's all good. All good.
Greek says that
it comes across for everyone.
These are final. So
These are final.
These sort of final. Allow me to drag in everybody just to make confirmations confident
to everyone.
for everyone. But congratulations, it seems like scores are final. And according to the tracker, the winner of the Fatal Blowout 2024 is Mike34, crawling all the way from the bottom of luckily surviving and qualifying into the wild cards through sheer determination. Crawling out of the wild cards and taking the finals. Mike, congratulations. Welcome to the top. Second place, Dank Meats, and third place, Jaros. All very respectable runs. The details, the finer points were related to things that were so specific, just, miracle collection and inventory management, blue chest items, all those little things, picking a girl for your party. It really came down to those little tiebreaker bits, and it is super exciting to see just how big of a deal all those little bits were to try to make this finale turn into the tie-breaking moment that it was. So yeah, everyone's in here in chat. Congratulations again. Thank you for participating. And if you guys have anything to say, I'd love to hear it all from you. Well, we got a few minutes to enjoy some time.
GG's to all the runners, and thank you for the commentary, Trav and RC. Kriegspire tried to kill not only the runners, but the players
It
themselves.
does not seem to be the case at this point. So let me interject with something I wanted to say a moment ago and say shout out to Krieg, because I think these two seats that we got today were really, really cool for, runners that can be expected to be on a high skill level. That worked out. And of course, shout out to Krieg and Rocket for doing the scorekeeping, and Eli for hosting all this. And then the artists that you saw on the intro screen. Nice. Been a good race.
Yeah, big shout outs to everyone who participated. Eve, longtime fans who we don't see around too much anymore, Pasama, and also Rocket Pants, who was very quiet but did engage in the help related to scorekeeping for pretty much every round, except for the one where she was on commentary, offering assistance behind the scenes. Almost the entire time. Rocket Pants itself cannot go understated. Kriegspire too, for putting together the score structure that was utilized for the event. He did a fantastic job making sure that every seed was created. So if you have any desire to thank the person who created these exciting rounds that everyone got to watch and participate in, Kriegspire is your guy. Our runners, of course, all did a wonderful job. RPG Limit Break for hosting us, as they do every year for both this event and our Jelly Jam that's hosted in the wintertime. Thank you all for participating and allowing us to be present for yet another event. And I guess from viewers like you as well, everyone here in the audience is still around. It is just as much of a fun event for us to put on and host within our community as it is for the audience to have a good time as well. So we have new runners, we have old runners, we have fresh audience members, and hopefully we'll have earned a little bit of interest from you guys that got to watch the show, who say, maybe I want to join and maybe I want to participate. And you can do so by joining the AC Discord, which you'll see the link in the chat in just a moment. Come on, try out the seeds for yourself if you want to, or just practice and have a little fun and remind yourselves and remind your friends that the Ancient Cave is one of the more original roguelike games out there, but it's still one of the greatest. It holds up well today and is absolutely worth playing, and the dedicated community that helps put on events like this and make the databases and tools for you to have a good time and succeed while doing it is always around and always going to try to make sure that you get to have as much fun as possible.
Yeah, and as I said in the commentary for the last round, there have been a lot of cave streams in the past couple of weeks. Pretty covered basically throughout the entire day. So if you perhaps want to contribute to that by being a new runner, feel free to stream on Twitch. You'll always get someone from the community in there and help you out if desired. And yeah, we're always happy to give anyone a head start. Of course, we'll find all the resources in the Discord if you desire to do so. And yeah, something else? Thanks to
that's-
Trav, of course, for the commentary right after the wildcard race.
Yeah, thanks to you as well, RC. And thanks to all the tournament organizer for making this happen.
And thank you all for who just tuned in to this, even if either if you don't know the cave or if you played the cave since it came out. Thank you very much for enabling us.
Great finishing words. All right, everyone, thank you again for showing up to RPG Limit Break's 2024 presentation of Fatal Blowout. You'll hear for our next event over the coming months, so in the meantime, just keep an eye on social media, keep an eye on Discord, listen to your friends, and when you're checking out Twitch, just see if Ancient Cave is streaming. You never know what you'll find along the way that gives you another fun, exciting experience to follow along in another cave run. Have a great rest of your day.